बेबुनियाद आरोप, मनगढ़ंत स्कैंडल्स और खोद खोद के कीचड़ उछाल रहे हैं हम पर। मगर आसमान में थूकने वाले को शायद ये पता नहीं है कि पलट के थूक उन्हीं के चेहरे पर गिरेगा। करारा जवाब मिलेगा, करारा जवाब मिलेगा।
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Power and Frames, where real power meets real politics. Today we are diving deep into the 2010 movie Rajneeti, directed by Prakash Jha. The film is basically Mahabharat meets The Godfather meets every cynical WhatsApp forward you've ever received about the Indian elections. And it's intense. It draws heavily from the Mahabharat, The Godfather, the real-life political events. One striking example is a shot of a mangled body after a car bomb explosion, eerily reminiscent of the infamous images following Rajiv Gandhi's assassination. While the film isn't a direct remake of The Godfather, several scenes and power dynamics clearly echo it, like the rowdy elder brother who is ultimately killed, the quieter, more calculating younger brother who slowly eliminates his rivals one move at a time. Mahabharat in a modern avatar. For those unfamiliar, the Mahabharat is one of India's oldest and most revered epics, a tale of two royal families locked in a battle for the throne. It's packed with duty, power, revenge, divine strategy, and moral dilemmas. Think of it as a mythological political soap opera with cosmic stakes. Rajneeti takes this epic and sets it in modern Indian political arena. The story begins with two powerful cousins, Prithvi, Arjun Rampal's character, and Virender, Manoj Bajpayee's character. Virender believes he's the rightful heir to the family's political legacy, but Prithvi is more charismatic, more popular, and very much in the race. Into this chaos arrives Samar, Ranbir Kapoor's character, a quiet academic boy who just flew in from the US.
पापा आप जल्दी जाइए, all this security thing is too much. मैं चला जाऊंगा.
मैं आता हूँ ना, तू अंदर.
नहीं पापा प्लीज, you are blocking the traffic also.
Okay, बेटा.
He looked out of the place at first, scolding his father for the very VIP airport welcome. Papa, all the security is unnecessary. You're holding up the traffic. You think, what a considerate sweet boy, right? Don't be fooled. That same soft-spoken guy becomes a cold, calculated political strategist who orchestrates more bloodshed than a Shakespearean villain. Self-absorption of power. Let's start with the word itself. Rajneeti, from Hindi and English, it simply means politics. The word politics originates from the Greek word polis, meaning a city or community. But at its core, it's about power, which also happens to be part of the inspiration behind my channel's name, Power and Frames. The kind of politics this film shows isn't about public welfare, building schools, or fixing roads. No, it's really about settling scores, not grand ideas of duty and righteousness. Rajneeti embodies the self-absorption of people in power. Consider Katrina Kaif's character in those first words at her rally.
हमारे आंसू सूखे नहीं हैं अब तक, और इन्हें सूखने देंगे भी नहीं हम, जब तक हमें आपका जवाब नहीं मिल जाता। बताइए, कैसे बर्दाश्त कर रहे हैं आप लोग हम पर हो रहे सारे अत्याचारों को? हमारे पिता से बढ़कर ससुर की हत्या कर दी गई और आप चुप रहे। उनके खून पसीने से खड़ी की गई पार्टी से उनके ही बेटे को बेइज्जत करके निकाल दिया और आप चुप रहे। अभी हमारे हाथों की मेहंदी का रंग भी नहीं उतरा था और हमारा तो हक बेरहमी से उजाड़ दिया, और आप सब अभी भी चुप हैं। क्यों? जवाब दीजिए हमें कि कैसे हमारे परिवार के हत्यारों को वोट देकर सत्ता की कुर्सी पर बिठाएंगे आप लोग? क्या आपका न्याय यही बोलता है? हमारे बलिदान का कोई मोल नहीं? जवाब दीजिए हमें।
People tolerate the injustice that is happening around us? You'd think she's talking about the state's problems. Think again, she's really complaining to the crowd about her family's personal tragedies disguised as a call to action. She blends personal pain with political messaging, and the people cheer. This embodies the self-absorption of people in power. It's a brilliant exercise in narcissism. Such is the internal relationship between the wide-eyed public and their netas on the podium. Indu uses casual code switching. Code switching in politics is the practice of shifting between languages or speech styles lives in different social contexts, often to connect with different audiences, signal identity, or gain advantage in a conversation. Barack Obama was a master code switcher. Obama's code switching to connect with the Black community was particularly skillful, nuanced, and rooted in authenticity. A famous example is his speech marking the 50th anniversary of the Selma March, where he spoke not just as a president, but as a Black man acknowledging the struggle. Quotation mark, because of what they did, the doors of opportunity swung open not just for African Americans, but for every American. His use of they and we blurred the line between past and present, personal and political, showing solidarity with the community's pain and pride. Indu's rally speech reflects the real-life relationship between political leaders and the public. Emotional manipulation disguised as policy. This movie conveys a clear message. No politician is truly for us. The confrontational scenes show how individual pride often trumps good governance. The lust for power. By blending mythology with modern politics, the film suggests that the lust for power and the web of betrayal is timeless. At the heart of Rajneeti lies an unrelenting hunger for power. This is not a word of ideals or public service. It's a battlefield where only ambition survives. Characters aren't driven by values. They're driven by strategy, revenge, and control. Samar, initially a soft-spoken scholar working on a PhD in Victorian poetry, pulled into political chaos after family tragedy. Fascinating and chilling is how quickly he sheds his innocence. From outsider, cold, calculating leader, orchestrating assassinations and manipulating allies. His arc shows how power doesn't just corrupt, it transforms. He's basically Indian Michael Corleone. No one is spared. Brothers turn on brothers. Cousins plot and counterplot. Every relationship becomes a transaction. Virendra wants the throne because he believes it's his birthright. Prithvi wants it because he's been told he's the natural successor. No one asks who might be good for the people. That's real tragedy. Rajneeti doesn't just show how dirty the game of politics is. It shows that the game itself has no rules. Only winners and losers. Women and power. Unlike the fiery Draupadi of the Mahabharata, the women in Rajneeti are caught in patriarchal bargains. Indu's marriage is used as a political tool. Despite her love for Samar, she's married off to Prithvi to secure an alliance. Her rise to power is not driven by ambition or merit, but by tragedy and manipulation, with her personal grief repurposed as a political messaging. Though she becomes chief minister, Indu remains a pawn, reflecting how many real-life female leaders like Sonia Gandhi ascend not by choice but by inheritance. Her story exposes the illusion of empowerment in a male-dominated system. The scene where Samar manipulates Indu is also a great metaphor for how politicians manipulate the public, softly, strategically, and without remorse.
I can't live without you.
इन हालातों में मैं तुमसे शादी नहीं कर सकता।
नहीं समझ, जो सही जान, अपना फैसला वापस ले लो।
अपने भाई की राजनीतिक भविष्य के साथ नहीं खेल सकता मैं।
और मेरी जिंदगी, उसके साथ तुम जैसे चाहो खेलो।
मैं तुम्हारी जिंदगी से खेल नहीं रहा हूं, उसे बिखरने से बचा रहा हूं। तुम अच्छी तरह जानते हो कि अगर हमने प्रिया का प्रपोजल रिजेक्ट कर दिया तो तुम्हारे डैड तुम्हारी शादी वीरेंद्र प्रताप से कर देंगे। समझने की कोशिश करो तुम। तुम्हारी नजर में पृथ्वी चाहे जैसा भी हो, तुम्हें बहुत प्यार करेगा। और फिर माँ है यहाँ, बहुत खुश रहूंगी तुमसे घर में।
ये तो हमेशा होता रहा है बेटी।
Formal versus informal power structures. In political science, we distinguish between formal and informal power. Formal power structures include visible constitutional roles like president, parliament, courts. Informal power, however, operates through backroom deals, dynasties, caste alliances, money, and emotional manipulation. They're not written in law, but often decisive. Rajneeti is a vivid case of informal power overriding formal structures. There is no meritocracy, just muscle, money, and manipulation. Religion, caste, tragedy, and even marriage becomes political tools. The film isn't about democracy, but it's about performance of democracy. The lobby culture, although very much institutionalized in the West, though I think it's become anti-democratic over time, it gets murkier in the Indian context. Business families, caste networks, religious blocs. In Rajneeti, chief ministers chose not by debate, but by grief, betrayal, and bloodshed. Voter trust is replaced by violence and private deals. On the surface, it looks democratic, speeches, rallies, but backdoor power runs the show. The film critiques these democratic loopholes. Power isn't earned, it's captured. राजनीति में सही या गलत नहीं होता, बस मकसद पूरा होना चाहिए. Translation: in politics, it's not about right or wrong, only what helps you win. Is politics always dirty? Rajneeti offers no easy answer. Samar may win, but at what cost? Suraj dies, families collapse, truth is buried, rivals vanish, police are absent, media stays quiet. There's a scene where a senior cop and a foreigner are murdered, yet no outrage, no investigation. Although not exactly on par with reality, this dramatization exposes a frightening truth. When power speaks, justice stays silent. Politics, victory earns respect. Samar does have a surprising introspection at the end, where he says politics brings out the devil in you. But as he flies back to the US, this, there's no remorse for the blood on his hands. He doesn't win because he's right, he wins because he has the gun at the right time. In this game, everybody bleeds, but no one is clean. That's all for today. If you like this video, please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next one. Bye.